One thing you may have noticed about us is that we love tabletop games. The bigger, the better. But really, who's got time for an epic quest when there's so much real-life stuff to do? I can't be sorting crew affairs, arranging packages of pickups, and washing behind my ears, and still work merchants and marauders into my day. Which is why it's refreshing when a smaller game comes along that does the job of a bigger one. In this case, Pixel Glory, Light and Shadow, a game with only 2 little parts. First you gear up, then you unleash hell. And you still have time to do laundry afterwards. Allow us to give you the rundown.
Like its predecessor, you'll start with a stack of auction cards. Each player picks a color and you're on your way. Separate the basic attack cards by color and shuffle the spell cards. Deal out 3 of those cards if you're playing 2 to 3 players, and randomly assign the tiebreaker staff. Light and Shadow doesn't give you the advanced peek at the monsters like the base game, so we go straight to auction. After taking a good look at the face-up spells, choose a card from your auction stack based on how bad you want first pick. Each player places theirs face down, then reveals simultaneously. The high card gets to nab the one they want, and also they get a side of basic attack cards. Check the bottom for the element and the number, then take that many, making a stack that will become your main deck. Then the runner-up does the same. If there's a tie, well, that's where the tiebreaker staff comes in. It imbues the bearer with the authority to settle those petty disputes. Oh, and also, after everyone takes their cards, the last player to get theirs gets the tiebreaker staff as well. It'll change hands a lot in this phase, so try to keep up. Okay, after this bit, discard the auction cards everyone just played, and, in a 2-player game, also discard the unclaimed spell. You'll have to play again if you want to know what they do. Now, reset by dealing 3 new spell cards, and repeat each step until all auction cards have been used. At this point, each player should have 9 spells, and God knows how many basic attacks. Things are about to get serious. Clear out all the auction cards, undrafted spells, and basic attacks. They will no longer be needed. But hang on to the tiebreaker staff for now. It has a few more functions. Now each player gets a wizard point tracker. Set your combo points side to 0, and your HP according to the number of players. Time for some monsters. Remove the Dungeon Lord and shuffle the others. Deal out 14 cards and put any that are left back in the box. Put the Dungeon Lord on the bottom with the FFA side facing up, and well, this is your dungeon. Deal out the top 3 and get some health counters on them according to their printed starting values. It's time to shuffle up all that junk you just bought. We're about to see how smart a shopper you are. Everyone draws 4 cards, and the lucky owner of the tiebreaker staff is your designated player 1. On your turn, play cards one at a time from your hand, and you must play all the cards in your hand. Each will take effect, resolve, and usually discard. But we make a path to the discard pile, to remember what we used. One of the reasons we do that is synergy. What's synergy, you say? Well, I say stop interrupting me and I'll tell you. If you played the indicated number of cards of that type, you will now trade the lesser effect for the alternate effect. Well played, sir or ma'am. Now what the cards do is cast spells to kill monsters. Everybody with me so far? Good. Count up the damage that they boast and take it out of the beast's collection of final breaths, making change when needed. 1 monster heart is worth 5 little pieces. You've also got this handy thing called your reserve. You may put a card in it if there isn't one. You may play a card from the reserve as if from your hand. You may trade 1 card from your hand with the one that it holds. Basically, it's a way to save a card for later. It only holds 1 card at a time, and they stay there until you play or replace them. Furthermore, they aren't counted as part of your hand, so you don't have to play them, and you won't shuffle them back in. Did you kill a monster on your turn? Good, you did the right thing. Unfortunately, the next one in line steps up to replace it, complete with a fresh set of little life thingies. Don't fret, you've got this. Now, move the one you killed to your player area. You'll count them up at the end of the game. Did you kill 2 monsters? If so, then you heal 1 health point instantly. If you failed to kill even a single monster, then things take a dark turn for you, brother. Take 2 damage for yourself. Then your loyal teammates, well, fortunately they only take 1 each, but they'll never forgive you. Do better next time. On the bright side, you get a combo point. These are nice because, like in the base game, you can trade 3 to insta-kill 1 elemental monster, or you can just draw 4 cards instead. What a deal! Now, pass the play round the table in search of the end, and this is what it looks like. If the Dungeon Lord is revealed and slain, you've completed your mission. If all players are dead, same thing, but expect it won't look as good on your resume. Now, regardless of how the game ends, it's all about that fame, baby. Count the dead. The biggest number is the biggest winner. All hail what's-his-face! If you're once again tied for that, let the tiebreaker staff settle that matter for you. And you're done. Excellent dungeoning. Thanks for playing. Who wants to go again? Designing tabletop dungeon crawlers is very much in fashion right now. Lucky us. But some do it better than others. The first Pixel Glory set the stage for a fast and simple game engine that was low-fat and to the point. And now Light and Shadow arrives on the scene and throws a few new features into the pot. Adding in the 2 new rival elements allowed them to explore new approaches to spellcasting, and they certainly are unique, but not in a major game-changing way. Using a health and skill point meter feels right, and allows for new, more complicated penalties and bonuses that you can keep better track of on the fly. We liked that. But for the most part, it's still the same game as the first. But that's good. And while we're on the subject, how does it connect to the original Pixel Glory? Well, it does and it doesn't. I imagine you'll still keep them both in separate boxes. It's a standalone sequel, and to me it's just a better experience than the original in that it feels more completely thought out. This game is for those looking for a quickie that's easy on the brain, but also requires you to pay attention. It gets a jolly hooks up from us. Well, them be our thoughts on this game. If you care to weigh in, drop a comment below and let us know what you thought of Pixel Glory. Well, thanks for watching. Follow us here for more games, more witty commentary, and because that's how community works. Until next time, cheers, mates.
Hello again. If you've not yet followed us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, today's a great day to remedy that. Just click them links below. They'll take you right there. But before you go, have a look around at some of our other videos. You might find something you like. And if you're subscribed, then you'll know if we make something else that you'd like in the future. And while you're liking things, like this video as well. It's a YouTube high five. Maybe even say something down in the comments section below. But say something nice. Not like that other guy. Nobody likes him. Well, that's all. Bye-bye.